too much personal information because this will be recorded. Yeah, so I've started recording and I completely forgot. Don't you please remind me early? Like this shouldn't like I've made that mistake, so I'm hoping no one does that same thing. So Tech Baby,
Okay.
Bellumi, Barney. Okay, Barney has left us. So when teaching others, please remember to hit record and don't make my own mistake. Yeah. So a plugin I really like that helps improve my workflow is image download. You can see it on the right bar. It's here. This is what it's here. So I just click on it and it looks at all the images and I'm like, okay, I need you. So I download this guy. You can focus on what you want immediately. You look at this and say, okay, thank you, bye bye, I'm done with you. Go away. You look at this page, you're like, not now. I'll reach you later. You look at this page and you're saying, okay, what pages? So I provide the product page for this one. Where's the product page? I can't remember seeing. I think it was this guy. So save this guy and save this guy, So that's two designs. Don't overcomplicate it. I use an average of, I start with like maybe 10, then I use it to like 3, 2 that I want to focus on. The final one we are using as inspiration after so many brain work and calculations. This one, where is their product screen? Just like the aesthetics of this guy. I like how it's so minimal. I like that categories page, really good. Yep, let's move on. Let's move on. Yeah, this is really good. I feel I'll come back to this page for stuff. Yeah. So, but while doing this, please be careful not to steal someone's design. There's a difference between inspiration and stealing. All right. So it's if anybody has done advanced research, like research work at some point, you can make references to different people's work and be inspired by it. You are not allowed to make a clone of it and claim it to be your own. All right. And as beginners, there's really nothing wrong. You even gain more clout by going on Twitter and say, oh, so I was able to work on this product page and I was inspired by Tobi and Fawaz's work on whatever. I combined elements from their design to create a unique one. Like that, nobody's going to flog you when you do that. Like you even gain rep. If you tag Fawaz on Twitter, Fawaz will be like, "Oh, thank you," and Fawaz will retweet your work, and you'd gain another audience, that kind of thing. So this is something I completely suggest for very beginners. Travis is something you want to look at. There's no shaming at that stage. It's very okay to do that. Okay. Yeah. So let's start. Let's start. Let's start. This is how me I do my own. Once I have those screens, I like looking at them on Figma, so they'll be staring at my face. So I create a new page, and I'll explain all of this on Figma. Don't worry. I'll create a new page and call it mood board. I call it mood board. And I carry all the designs that I've done, downloads, arrange this. This is everything I've saved this morning. Come and stay here. Where are you? Okay, so this is everything we've done so far. Look, it's everything we've done so far. So these pages are what we'll focus on. As you can see, this is what we're focusing on. So you just put them in places where you can stare at them long enough, okay? And yeah, we will this gets me to Figma. All right. So for the sake of a refresher, for those of you that want to be refreshed, say hi to Figma. I'm on dark mode. For serious designers, I always recommend using the app. Don't use the web version. Okay, try your best to install it, except your laptop really cannot take it. So this is everything Figma. On the left here, you have something called layers panel. This thing you see on the left here is called your layers panel. It's where, okay, someone's hands are raised. Someone's hands are raised. Travis, can I ask why are they of different sizes? So no, not it's because we downloaded them. I did not make them different sizes. When I when I downloaded them on from different sources, I just found them this way. That's how it is, and it's just your inspiration. You don't have to worry. So long you can zoom in, so long you can move left and right, you are good to go. That's it. Really. You don't have to sweat it. Right. So, and like I promised, we would have we'll stop 15 more minutes because I really want to be diligent in time. This class should be an hour. I was hoping everyone joined exactly 10:30, because look at, this is my own time here. I literally woke up 5:30 for this call. So like time is very important for everybody. So as much as we want to keep this up, we have to be very, very time diligent. And I'll push the same thing to all the trainers. As much as we want to support the community, please do not do this at your own pain, at your own discomfort too much. Okay. Be strict with time so that people can respect your own time too. So Miriam is here. Miriam Alpha. Um so Maxwell, when you decide to say, okay, I want to share something with people. Mary, when you decide to say you want to share knowledge with people. Powers, when you decide to do all of these things, make sure it's at your own relative comfort, while sacrificing your time for people. Do not like do it at your own pain for too much, right? So yeah. So please let's make sure time is put in mind. So I've created a mood board, and you now do, if you want to do wireframes, that's fine. It's good, it's okay to do wireframes, but I'll be very honest that, man, I don't always do wireframes every time, especially for products I'm recreating. If it's a product from scratch, I will do wireframes because my ideation process can be back and forth, back and forth. Okay, my ideation process can be back and forth. But when I want to get into the zone and move fast, I kind of skip. I prefer to play around and make multiple iterations with drag and drop than just jump to wire, than just like stay too long on wireframes. But for typical design process, please, wireframes are very important. And for those of you that learned on your own, the UX process is so complex that this UI you are seeing is, when I teach UI design, I don't touch UI until I don't enter Figma until my third week. So for a 4 weeks course, I only teach UI for like the last 2 weeks. I spend 2 weeks on research alone, on UX research, on things like empathy map, on things like computer analysis, on things like UX persona, on things like user flows. And I really I'm being very honest here. Like some of my ex-students are here and they can bear me witness. There is more to design than what we are doing. What we are doing is just to focus on Figma. That's why I'm going this route, right? So I mean, if you've gotten all of this, you want to just start on Figma, like, Toby, can we just do something already? So I'll just start. So everything starts with a frame. This is one design, whatever. You're not doing graphics design here. Okay. It's product design. It is targeted towards a product. You've done your research to say, okay, the market here is going to be an iPhone. Our users are elite. And for as many that don't know, I don't mean to like to like rub it off on anybody, but the market says that Apple users are the highest spenders. So there's research to show that if you're releasing a product and you want to target a specific demography or social class, start with iOS. The Android market is saturated more with the average person. What do I mean? If you go to the US, the average user is still iPhone. Like you're more likely to bump into an iPhone user than a Samsung user. The US has spending power, the greatest spending power in the world. It's just like Nigeria. Okay, no, let me use Nigeria. Nigeria is more of commodity. We are like pure water. Our own market is more of pure water. It's low level. We have the population on our side, but we don't have the spending power on our side. Like South Africa has more spending power, like more classy whatever than we do. Yeah, our own numbers are crazy. So yeah, so make sure you have the right reason. So I've given you a reason for picking iOS. So you click on frame, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you that want to research, reminder, this is frames here. So click on frames. Okay, so I'm going around. This is your tools bar. Your left here is your layers panel. Your right here is your properties panel. You notice that for everything I do here, I have a property showing here. So ladies and gentlemen, one more time, this is your layers panel, this is your properties panel, this is your tools bar, it shows your tools, and this is your canvas. Okay, why do they call it canvas? Canvas is not your sneakers. Okay, so this is the canvas I'm referring to. Okay, so this is your canvas. This is your canvas here. Okay, so it's a reference to true art. You can see how your canvas is blank. Okay, so this is your canvas. Those of you that do paint and sip, everything starts from a blank canvas, right? Everything starts from a blank canvas. That's why it's called canvas. So this is your blank canvas. My own is black. I like dark mode because it's less strain on my eye. So for as many of you that want to use something else, I can't remember how to do that thing. So you come to menu, go to preferences, you go to themes, and you change it to whatever you like. But this white thing gets too much because I spend too much time in my system. So I prefer dark mode. All right. So everything starts with a frame. You click on frame, you click on device. There's really nothing to like be too finicky about, but just find the average of all devices. So I can do some research and say, what's the average iPhone size? You know, don't go too far. Don't go to iPhone 8 too much because this is years ago. Don't go to iPhone 14 because not everyone has an iPhone 14. Find something in the middle. Okay, find something in the middle. Maybe find something for iPhone 13, iPhone 11 Pro or whatever. But because it's just a class, I'll just pick 13 Pro, right? So this is what happens. So this is the very first thing, ladies and gentlemen. Beginners, please always start with a frame. Everything starts with a frame. I beg, like everything starts with a frame. Don't just go to drawing shapes. There's a reason why the rectangle might give you the same effect, but don't get carried away. It is important and more advantageous to start with a frame. All right. So that said, you're like, okay, Tobi, what next? What next? So this is 6:34. I really want to be disciplined and not go too far. So I'll stop here and say, yeah, I mean, I would if hi, how far you people are whining me? Right now I think the only person I know I can so Travis is the one I know is definitely. I'm not sure about Praise. I haven't met Praise before, but Praise, I wish you joined earlier. Like would have loved to speak with you and catch up more. Um, Jeremiah, hopefully we can keep up again. But yeah, that this is the goal. Um, this would have been a small class, and I'll speak with Travis and say, Travis, when next do you think we can do this? Travis, are you free tomorrow? Because that is my target demography. Don't try and please the general crowd. I have just like three people that I know are genuinely in need of this session. So that's the kind of strength we're going to set on here. Focus on that actual set of people that you know need that sort of impact. So but yeah. I think this was because it was an intro class. I'll stop here. Travis would if tomorrow is another time that works, we'll do another 1 hour tomorrow. But what I'll do between today and next week is say that I would pair you with someone. I would pair you with someone like I would like you to meet. I think I like Mary's feedback. So I would meet Mary. I would ask you to um no, maybe not Mary. Let me who can I disturb here? Someone I know I can definitely disturb. Okay, so I'll say start with Onyinye. Onyinye will give you one YouTube video that she trusts to like get you from 0 to 100, like to move you from 0 to 100. Okay. I would also share a YouTube video, and all you have to do is watch that 10 minutes YouTube video, and it will pass across that message of, you know, what this is, what I just did by this, what did I just do by this? What is this doing? You would pass across that message of doing these simple things. What are these bloody things Toby is doing? What is this thing he's trying to do? What is this sketch? So what I'm doing in like 10 seconds. So this, 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 you know, what is this? And do we even need this in the first place? That's the question. Why do we need the banner? What market are we selling? That kind of thing. You're going to see how I got a rectangle like doing this. You'd see this, you'd see something like this. And while all of this looks like magic, when you watch that tutorial video, you'd see how we're able to recreate these things well. But I mean, I really want to stick with an hour. I want to really set a standard for these sessions. So when next we meet, I would communicate on the group. Let's really stick to time. I was here like 10 minutes before the time. Shout out to Max. Shout out to Mary. Shout out to Onyi and everyone that joined early. Amara, good to see you again. I'm sure you guys miss me. That's why people are joining this call because I don't know what you're looking for on this call. But yeah, please let's send this. Let's try and set these standards. Do not waste your time for anybody. Let's do not waste your time for anybody. All right. So I mean, this is where we'll stop now. This is a simple wireframe based on the things I have seen here. So you might spend 3 hours. Don't rush. It is okay. This is very okay. You might spend 3 hours taking it in, but I've seen it already and I kind of see what I like. I saw this, I like the simplicity, but I don't think the banner is a necessity. Okay, now that I see this now, I've learned something else. There should be a search. There should be a search. A search is very key, so I'm going to I'm going to put a search icon here. I'm going to put a search icon here. This is my like skeletal wireframing process. I'm going to do this, and so in next class would be a case of Tobi, what the hell did you do? How did you know R is a shortcut for drawing rectangles? How did you draw this guy? So time is not on our side. But again, all I did was I started with a frame. I selected an average device, which was this. I went into shapes and I picked the rectangle and I just started drawing. So some of your problem is that you guys want to get done with design in 10 minutes. That cannot happen. Good work doesn't happen that way. Please get that out of your mind. You can't spend 30 minutes on design. If you really want to make this your occupation, don't think of it that way. You have to spend hours. Maybe not hours. I don't know for other people, but I spend days on a screen. Is there a way I can share what I did so that I won't slow down the class? No, that's something we also have to factor in. Okay, how do I do this without being rowdy? So if you have your laptop, I think you can actually share. We can do that quickly at the end of the class. Then I can give feedback. I think that's a way to go about it. Or if you're on Figma already, you share the link, Travis, and drop the link on the class group so I can just look at it on my own screen. So I think this will be a helpful route to take. Tech Baby and others here. So like I said, I really do not want to. So you can see the time is it's 6:30 on my own end. This class started 5:30. I joined 5:20. So let's keep it organized. Let's keep it standard. People that want to learn shouldn't waste our time. So join the class exactly on time and leave. If you say you want to do an hour, 30 minutes, please do an hour, 30 minutes. If you want to do 30 minutes, do 30 minutes and leave. All right. Yeah. That said, um, Travis, and who else needs this session? So I focus on those people. So shout out to everyone that joined. But for as many that need this session, Travis, I can do same time tomorrow. Okay, and we can pick up from here. If there's anyone else that thinks they want to follow this, we can negotiate time. But right now, I think Travis is the one I definitely know I want to listen to. So Travis, does this same time tomorrow work for you? We can continue from this. Okay, awesome. So Travis and I will pick. If anyone else wants to join, feel free. But I don't. I'm looking at this net. I don't think anyone here. Pray. Okay, let me say hi to Praise. Mic check. Praise. What's up? Good. Praise June. Good day to you. How's it going?
Hi,
Are you on the
good
group?
good day. Yeah, I am. I am on the group.
Okay. How long have you? When did you use Figma for the first time?
I think sometime like late last year. I started out in August, but then I had a break, like a longest break, and
Mhm.
then I came back
Mm.
and yes,
Have
I
you have you have
just
you have you done it? Have you done anything online? Do you have a portfolio or something?
no, I'm currently
You're
working
working
on
on it.
getting my
Mm.
portfolio done.
Okay. Okay. And do you I'm sorry, the class has ended, but like if you joined earlier, I would have been able to, know where your needs are, would have spoken better. But we've done all of that already, and time is not on our side. So maybe what I'll do is I'll try and I didn't want to like I didn't only already dropped the link. I usually don't do things like that. So maybe we'll find a way to figure out reminders for those that are genuinely interested. Maybe that's what we'll do. Okay, that's what we'll do. But thanks for joining, and we'll pick up same time tomorrow. But the goal is to see how we can fix. We wanted to fix this. This is what our problem was. We had someone join us, and she was self-learned. I liked that work. We looked at this, but I didn't know how to tell her that okay, this is good because you learned, but it can be much better. And I wanted to show her the process that I don't just design from my head. I'll ask myself, why the hell do I need a notification bar? Like, is this a pain point? Is selling market a pain point? Is the market looking for more people? Like, is the market trying to announce, whatever, that kind of thing? Is a categories page more important here? Or is this more important? Those type of things. Does the market need charts? Is chart a need when I've not done something at all? That kind of thing. So those are type of things. Is this the best for a mobile view? Ladies and gentlemen, like, is this what would work for mobile? Is it the best you can do for mobile? We'd ask ourselves those sort of question. What else? What else? What else? Your search icon and like, should it really be at this point? If you know about thumb laws, I think that's Fitz law. Something that is, if you're trying to push your market, should this really be at the very top? Icons like this at the very top. What else can I criticize? I mean, we could go on and on and on. And I mentioned about the fonts, and my brain sort of immediately went here. But in real life, I would spend hours saying luxury fonts, luxury fonts suggestions, you know. And I'll spend maybe not hours or whatever. Or if you use ChatGPT for like me, you just ask ChatGPT, suggest fonts that are suggest fonts that are good for luxury brands. Suggest fonts for that are suggest good, great fonts for luxury brands. No, but I don't know. ChatGPT is smart, so let me try. Let me just try my luck. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it. I know Futura. I agree with Futura. I know Baskerville, but I don't know if Baskerville is good for mobile. Baskerville is good for graphics design. I know Futura is brilliant. I know Garamond will do the work. I don't know this D dots before. I don't know this D dots. But yeah, this is the process. I know Helvetica is basic. So I might use Helvetica for the body font. So I might use Helvetica. This is what I mean. So I might use Helvetica for the header, right? Maybe the header, something like this. Ashlocks. I don't know. Would have seasons like this, but for the body fonts, Lorem Ipsum. Do I have the Lorem Ipsum text? I don't. Control C and Control V. For the body font, I'll use something like Helvetica because I can't play with users. Money no go waste. So you don't mess with things they will read. So I'd keep this simple. I mean, this is just me playing around. And yeah. So I'm not going to go deep in things like style guide. All those things will be taught later on. This is supposed to be a very introductory class. And for me, this is what I'll use as my font combination. This is what I'll use, even if I go on a dark mode. And also do not use dark. Do not use black. This is design tip. Do not use pure black for your design. Always have a fair balance. Always have a fair balance on your design. If you think your contrast is too much, move away. Hey, see me that I said I went class soon. I'm still talking. Yeah. So this would be much better. Don't go pitch black. Pitch black. If you don't know why not to go pitch black, why don't use black design? You'd see things, you'd see articles on why not. So for senior people, I hope you've learned something new already. Please tell me you've learned something new, so I know I've not wasted your people's time. Jeremiah, did you learn one thing? in the 30 minutes you've been on this call. Who else is here? Ibrahim, Jeremiah, Folorun.
Okay,
Should I call you Jeremiah or Folorun? Sorry.
any is fine, but let's stick with
Yeah.
Jeremiah.
Okay,
Um,
great. Do you think you've
I learned,
picked at least one thing?
yeah, Upshot. I didn't know that before. I'm just
Awesome.
getting about it.
Great. So senior people, if you are bored, if you don't have anything you are doing or you don't have to turn up, you can just join us and just hang behind. It's good to get your feedback. We need to network. So praise, say hi to Mary, say hi to Onyinye, say hi to Tekpe Ojolape. These are people I know I can trust. Just type I on the group and they'll reach out to you and like send you can ask a question. You can reach out and say this is what I did. And they'll tell you that, oh, a better font to do the same work. The feedback they might give you is that, oh, use this font. I see some work and I'm like, guy, your design is fine, but your font is basic. Like that is feedback I give my students, ladies and gentlemen. Like I spend let me show you guys my Slack. I literally spend my day like checking different channels and seeing how, this is Uranus here and oh, check out this one. Tobi, good evening, sir. How far? No vex. I'm busy with work. I need to respond to this guy. And it goes on and on and on and on and on. So if the feedback to up your game is use Roboto, like pick that feedback, then move to Miriam. And Miriam says, oh, increase your spacing, then increase that spacing. So the momentum I'm trying to build here is how, as a community, everybody's completely comfortable. I'm not worried about speed. I don't care for speed, to be very honest. Okay, just feel comfortable to ask on the group. Most importantly, network, because someone like Max might have so many projects on his hand, and he would say, "Okay, join me on this one." For some of you, that is the experience you need. You don't need to learn and you don't need to watch another YouTube video to get better. What you need to do is pair with someone that is already doing the job and work with them, that kind of thing. So yeah. I'll keep my promise and stop here. I will try and use the same link tomorrow for as many that want to join. Feel free to join. Oh, Isa is back. Isa, what's up now? We started this class for you. What's going on? You left
Hi,
us alone.
sorry. Well, my network it was misbehaving. Even my Wi-Fi
Hey,
it was connecting.
okay, no, I kind of
Sorry.
recorded. So
Yes.
yeah, and let me share the link with you. Copy
Okay. Thank
link. I'm posting the link here. So would pick up again tomorrow, same
you.
time.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
No, Allah.
Thank you.
All right then. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining class. Someone is
Hi,
just
sorry,
joining. Okay,
hi,
oh
Toby.
yeah.
Sorry, please, quick question. Somebody is asking me on the group where he should send his Figma link to. So,
On the okay, if you're on, there's a chat here, so you can drop it here since we are having a session, or you can drop it on the class group. Anyone, but the problem is if you drop it on the class group, people that are not here would comment. So that's why I said I think you should drop it here. I would not drop anything on the class group yet. I want this to be unique to those that took out their time to join the call. Okay, so that's the value I'm giving. All right, other tutors can do what they prefer, but yeah, I would like praise, make friends with Mary, be friends with Oyi, um, be friends with Tech Baby has left us again. Be friends with Amara. I know Amara has a more recent journey, so Issa, you might relate better with Amara because I know Amara. Amara, your class was last year, Abi. I took you last year. You started last year. Am I correct, Amara?
Yes.
Okay, so Amara
Yes.
has a similar timeline with you. She might relate. Okay, Travis has shared. Travis, I'm going to check out your link and give you feedback. But yeah, thank you very much for our very first session. Thank you, Maxwell, Amara, Mary, Miriam, Oyi, Ibrahim, Travis, Isa. Okay, Ibrahim wants to say a word. Ibrahim, mic check. Shoot.
Yeah, sorry. This is Powers. I joined with my other account.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, I
okay,
wanted
okay.
to ask that is there maybe a group to join if I want to
On
volunteer
the
to
group.
also hold a session?
You're not on the group.
I'm on the group, sure. I was just asking if there's maybe a group to volunteer
No,
to
we
actually
don't
hold a
want. I
session.
don't. I'm tempted to do that, but I don't want things to be too deep. Like let's have that one community for everyone. Let's keep that vibe going because it's more of networking for me. Many people I want to go beyond just learning it. Let's create that network. Let's people meet people. So I don't want to create a unique space again. Let's keep using that same space. I'll drop the important links on one or that. I don't know how WhatsApp community works, but there's this other thing we have. Only we have like two groups in that community. There's one that nobody can post anything. So I'll
Yes.
post
It's more like an
yeah,
announcement.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll drop things in the announcement group so we don't lose track of it, and that'll be it. That'll be it. Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks for joining, man. So yeah, for very newbies, I would say Fawaz. Sorry, Travis. I'm assigning you to Fawaz. That's Ibrahim. Just drop a message on the group. We'll reach out. Um, for the purpose of clarification alone. Otherwise, we can just continue with tomorrow. You can wait till tomorrow to reach out. Yeah, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. If anybody would like to speak or say goodbye, feel free to unmute. Otherwise, I think that would be the end of the call. I genuinely appreciate all of you for turning up, and hopefully we can do it again tomorrow. Thank you very much, and bye. Oni, are we good?
Thank you very
Permission
much.
to-
Thank you for this opportunity. I really appreciate it.
Praise, you want to say something?
Yeah, I was saying thank you, like for this platform and all of that, the learning and
Alright.
all of everything.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, and bye, everyone. It's a wrap.
Yeah, Tobi, sorry, please. I want to quickly say something to you after the class.
Okay, I'll reach out to you on WhatsApp. I'm figuring out how to stop this recording thing first.
Okay.
Okay, stop.